This one's a self-portrait. See? It's me. I like these two. I like how these turned out. I got into collaging.
Yeah, you're really into like wrestling.
Yeah. But specifically what I like about wrestling when it comes to making art is like everything in life is so bullshit. Wrestling's real. Wrestling's like the only thing telling the truth. There's the bad guys, there's the good guys. Bad guys are always telling the truth. That's why I love it. That's what I love about it.
All right, just taking a little walk in the woods. Just gonna talk a little bit about how to stay creative. Yeah, like me even making these little videos on a weekly basis is kind of a way for me to fulfill that need, like, you know, keep that creative energy going. And it's also not planned. Sometimes creativity just comes out of nowhere. And once it's there, you just gotta pursue it, you know, like chase it a little bit and see where it leads to. And a thing that I wanted to explore more is about my friends, how they stay creative and how creativity helps them on a day-to-day basis. So I went to see my friend Tyler. Tyler is like a great example of a creative that does it for himself and use it as an escape, because Tyler is a bit like me. Like, he does a lot of everything. You know, he hosts, he can write scripts, he can do video. He's been doing it for a long time as a content creator. And we just spent the afternoon painting and just talking. Me and Tyler have this relationship where we talk a lot about creativity, and he's the only person that I know that when I talk to him about staying creative and doing content or making stuff, he's like the most positive guy ever. To him, painting is a therapy. So let's explore a little bit about what he thinks.
You'll see downstairs, I literally have by the door a bowl of like a half dozen or so knives.
Why do you have just so many knives?
I don't know, I just like a blade.
Just in case?
I just like a blade. It's just a good thing to have nearby. Here, look at this one. This one, if any of your viewers are familiar with FPS Russia, used to be a YouTuber who would shoot things and blow things up. I stole this from him.
So tell us where we are. Where is this place?
This is the upstairs of my apartment, but it's also the studio where a lot of nonsense happens.
What's your thought process of when you hang up art? You know, like sometimes people have a way of putting things. You seems to be, it's kind of organized. It's pretty organized.
Thank you. That's sort of organized because I made that like the AVSS wall with the painting and the signing things.
Oh, we don't talk about that show.
Yeah, we'll blur that out. Just censor it when I say it. And everything else was just like, I have too much shit and need more space. I wish I could get here where it's blank, but I can't get that high because it's the stairwell here. But yeah, I have such little space. As you can see, there's piles of work. So I'm trying to get as much of it on the walls just so it's less piles.
How long have you been doing art? Was there something that it's just been part of like you since you were a kid, or it's just...
Like, yeah, it's always something I've enjoyed, but I started really doing it like 2017, 18. I remember just buying like some dollar store stuff to start painting like after work to de-stress. And very quickly I just posted a few on Instagram and people started asking like how to buy them. And I was like, oh damn, now there's demand, so I gotta make more. And I did that for a while, and then I stopped selling paintings, and now I'm gonna start again, I think.
Yeah, every time I spoke to you, like, art seems to just always be your escape, like a therapy.
Yeah, well, I think in general, like, what's so good about it is you get into this state. It's, I compare it to like, it's the same shit as meditating or praying. You get into this like connection, kind of like when your iPhone's plugged in and that charges the battery. When you have that connection to whatever you want to call it, I call it the source, but whether it's God or the universe or whatever, I find like creativity is one of the strongest ways to do that, and it's just so good for you as like a human being. It's so like regenerative.
How would you define like Tyler Lemco's art? I know it's a loaded question.
Yeah, I wish I had a good answer for that one. I feel like I'm definitely still figuring it out. I know that I am a creative who's always just going to be creating and expressing myself through creativity. And right now, the channel that's the most interesting to me is painting. So I'm exploring that as much as I can, or visual arts in general. But yeah, I don't have like anything I'm trying to like style, or figuring that out, or better yet, I'm figuring out how to avoid figuring that out. Because I know like so many artists have like their thing and their style, and that's what their message is. And I just want to explore. I just want to try some dumb shit out.
So as a last question, I know like a lot of creatives get in like creative blocks. How do you get out of one?
Smoke a bunch of weed. I think shifting to a different thing helps. Like I'll have paintings going, I'll have scripts going, or even like ingesting helps, watching people who inspire you, reading books. Like, I don't know, I guess like creativity's so, you can't just turn it on and off like a light switch. It has to come to you. So I think as artists, our job is really just to create the space for it to show up. So if you spend enough time in that space, it'll show up more and more and be more comfortable. But for sure, there's times where it doesn't show up and you're just fucking watching YouTube videos and getting nothing done.
So yeah, I met Tyler on the set of a very serious show. That was where I was working with him as a producer. And you know, our friendship became really cool and fun. But yeah, Tyler has always been somebody that would hit up random ideas, and we're always riff on that, you know, just different ideas and see what he thinks, and he sees what I think. And it's fun, you know, sometimes these ideas don't come to fruition, but it's always good to have somebody to riff with. All right, that's it for the video today. Remember to leave a comment and to like and subscribe, and make sure to tune in next week for other stuff. Later.